SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information.
Wing, his hard pass, Kadri shoots, he scores! Nazem Kadri at the end of the Toronto.
Hi, and welcome to Where's the Action? I'm your host, Ross Benjamin. I will be previewing Thursday's college football game in the Mountain West Conference between the Air Force Falcons, who will host the UNLV Rebels. Kickoff time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The game will be televised by ESPNU. Currently, as we speak, the Air Force Falcons are a -1.5 home favorite in this contest. UNLV will be after that elusive sixth win that would make them bowl eligible. This will be their third try at going for their sixth win. They opened the season losing the first two games of the year in convincing fashion. And as expected, many followers and the experts out there weren't surprised by that, and nobody expected UNLV to be in a position to qualify for a bowl game. They turned it around and won 5 of their next 6. They've lost their last 2 games. They come in at 5-5. Last week, a gut-wrenching loss as they put up a tremendous effort at home as a 16.5-point underdog. They fell to Utah State 28-24. The Rebels had the lead in that game 24-21 and allowed Utah State to score a touchdown with just a bit over 3 minutes to go in the game, and then they were unable to answer. Anyway, prime position for UNLV right now to accomplish what not many would have predicted before the season started, and that's to get to a bowl game, qualify for a bowl game. And the one concern I have for UNLV is the fact they're giving up 235 yards per game rushing, and they will be facing an Air Force team that averages 277 yards per game rushing offense, which is 11th best in the country. Now, getting to Air Force, this is a Air Force football program that's suffering through one of their worst seasons in recent memory. The Falcons are 2-8 on the year. They opened the season by beating an FCS team, Colgate, and then they proceeded to lose 8 of their last 9 games. They were able to salvage a bit of a positive a few weeks back when they knocked off their service academy rival, the Army Cadets, 42-28. Despite that, it's just been a terrible season at Air Force, and one of the major flaws for this Falcons football team is their inability to stop people on defense. They're allowing a whopping 478 yards per game defensively, and they've allowed 42 points or more in 6 of their 10 games this season, and that goes a long way into making your year a disaster. And this is one of the few Air Force teams in recent memory that's averaging less than 300 yards per game rushing. This has been historically that vaunted triple option attack offensively that's right up there, number 1, number 2, number 3 in the country. Now, they are number 11 in the country, and they do average 277 yards per game rushing. But if you look at their rush to pass ratio, it almost has to be that high. But they have to get better than 300 yards per game to really have a chance to stay competitive with any team. And in this game here, they certainly have the ability to do so against a UNLV defense that's given up a lot of yards on the ground this year. Now, as far as my final take goes on this game, I just think that UNLV right now, this is a very winnable game for the Rebels. You're looking at a football program that's 5-58 in their last 63 on the road, but they've won 2 of their last 3 on the road. So they're turning the corner. They're playing, they have confidence, and this is a more winnable game than they've seen in their last 2 contests where they faced vastly superior opponents. I just think this is too urgent of a situation for UNLV, and they're not going to squander the opportunity. Air Force playing on a short week and really playing out the string. Very tough situation for the Falcons. I like UNLV here. Small lean to the road underdog, +1.5. UNLV +1.5 over Air Force as my free selection. My name's Ross Benjamin. You've been watching Where's the Action? Thank you for joining me. I'd like to wish each and every one of you all the very best.
Wing, his hard pass, Kadri shoots, he scores!